Hello, everyone. This is Maureen, and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. In looking over today's devotional, my mind went in 100 different directions. I'm not kidding you. I couldn't settle on one way to give you my perspective of this topic, because the topic that is given to us today is titled Trusted Father. I have shared with some of you before that before coming to accepting my Heavenly Father, I had trust issues, and especially where a father figure was concerned. I remember being a little girl, say anywhere from the time our memories, that we can just truly go back and just start glimpsing and putting pieces together with what we were told that we did at that age and what we truly remember. I have scattered memories like that of my real dad. He was funny. Oh my goodness, he was funny. And he was the best playmate, folks, in the world. I kid you not. He'd get down on the floor and roll with me. He would bounce me up and down on his knees. I do remember being on the ground one minute and up on the back of his, neck, legs hanging down and grasping across the top of his cap there, and being up what I thought was on the top of the world because I could see everything around me. I truly felt my daddy's love. I honestly did. But there were times, folks, when he was so mean, or I thought he was mean. He didn't want to play. He didn't want to tell jokes or those wonderful stories. Oh my goodness. Of faraway places, because my dad had been in the Navy. But like I said, there were times when he could be mean. He even whooped my honey one time. Can you imagine that? This man that would play around on the floor with me and just have, just the best old time, and the next minute he's popping my little butt? What's wrong with him? And then you know what? All of a sudden he was gone. I was 6 years old. All the fun stopped. I didn't know if I'd made him mad enough to where he decided he just didn't love me anymore and he left. There was no explanation. Poof, he was gone. So you could see where it might be a little hard for a 7, 8, 10, 11, 14, 15-year-old, almost woman, so to speak, could truly deny and push away this idea of there being a Heavenly Father who loved me. Well, number one, my daddy didn't love me, so there's something wrong with me, okay? All children get that feeling. Number two, unless I can see, touch, smell him, I wasn't having any of it. I'd been hurt one time, I wasn't going to be hurt again. But we all know that happened, that changed, because here I am, a child of God. But let me get back to my story. That funny, wonderful, just life of the party in my mind at that time was when my dad was drunk. I didn't know it at the time. I don't even remember him smelling funny, because he drank constantly. And in the times when he was that mean daddy was when he was sober, withdrawals, didn't have the money to go out and buy even the cheapest whiskey for himself. I didn't know that until years and years later. But still, to this day, that little girl will every once in a while creep up in my mind and in my heart and yearn for the love of that funny daddy. I came to realize also it wasn't his fault. Honestly, He allowed liquor to take such control of his life. I believe, I have to believe, that my daddy loved me, but he loved the liquor more. Anyway, so how does that help with me talking to you about a trusted father? Well, this is how it helps. First, let me read the verse that goes along with our discussion. Give us a father's help when we face our enemies, for to trust in any man is an empty hope. Right there it is, folks. The love and the hope, the yearning, the comfort and security that I was looking for in my earthly father wasn't there. It was tainted. It was being controlled by sin, and it was not allowing him to give me the comfort, the strength, the guidance that I needed. And there is only one who can. So before we get into today's discussion, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that come in every day to hear what it is God has for you. Now, let me remind you that my devotionals come from this little blue book titled 365 Days of Devotions for Those of Us that Suffer with Depression and Anxiety. But remember, it's not only just for us, it's for every single one of me and you who hit a bump in the road or who just wants some extra encouragement because of what it is you may be facing for the day. But I've left a link for you down in the description box, so if you wish to go and purchase your own copy, it's sitting right there. Now, as I said, it took a very long time for me to trust in, to believe, and finally surrender to God's love, because I was allowing what my earthly father had done to me. I was taking all of those experiences that I had with him and putting them on the one true Father. Now that's not fair, is it? It's truly not. But through the love of God, through his love for me, for him seeking me out of everyone else. You know the story of the shepherd who has 100 sheep. 99 are right here, all safe and secure. But there's that one that's wandered off. He leaves them because he knows that they're safe and secure to go find the one and bring it back to the fold. I love that story, folks, because I can apply it truly to my life. God wasn't going to let me go. No, he wanted me to be part of his family. He wanted me to know, to trust in a father's love. And folks, I do every single day. Now, I did tell you that every once in a while that little child in me comes up and yearns for my earthly father's love, which I know I'll never have. And that's okay, because I have a better father. I have the one who created me, who knew me and had a purpose for me before I was even, created in my mama's womb. He knew what my life was going to be. He knew the exact moment when I was going to come and trust in him. And he knew the life, the journey that I would be on after that. That is a true father who loves us, warts and all, bumps, scrapes, scars that the world has thrust upon us. God doesn't see those. He sees this creation that he's made, the potential that he's instilled, the plan that he has once we allow him to share it with us, to let us, or to have us let him guide us through it and see all the wonders that he has for us. God, where my trust lies, reveals the foundation of my life. To trust anyone is to put my faith in them. Humans all fail and fall short. It is an eventuality, a guarantee that they will not perfectly fulfill all that they hope or claim. God, you are perfect in all your ways. You never lie, you never cheat, and you don't change your mind. Your compassion is long lasting, covering my imperfection with your grace. Trusting you is a sure bet. You won't let me down, even as I disappoint myself. You are so much better than I am. You always offer the help I need without any conditions, no strings attached. You do not keep an account of my wrongs or a record of what I owe. You offer support whenever I need it without fail. My heart takes hope in you and you alone. Father, you are worthy of all my trust. You never fail or waver. You are so good. I look to you today, and I know you do not turn away from me in my seeking. Come and breathe your life into my heart, for you are my confident hope. Remember, we looked at that word earlier in the year. Having confidence in God, being confident, being assured, being with God. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for being here today. Please be sure to remember to hit that little thumb and leave me a comment of just one example in which you know that your trust is in God. If this was your first time here, thank you so much for sticking out with us this far. All I encourage you to do is to hit that subscribe button down there in the corner and look for the bell with those cute little hugs on the side, because it'll let you know every time I upload content. So until tomorrow, remember that when the doubts, when the shadows of darkness want to crowd in on you and rob you of your joy, trust in your Heavenly Father, because you are not alone. He's right there with you. And remember, I love you too. See you tomorrow. Bye.